Well, that's annoying. I just rode for an hour and a half talking about a whole bunch of shit, and the camera just cut off, and I just got mad. So I just deleted the 40 minutes of footage that it actually captured. I was going to go up to a state park near Prairie du Chien, right up near the border of Wisconsin, and then go into Prairie du Chien in Wisconsin. But it got kind of rainy, so I turned around, and then I got here to Dyersville, and I was going to think about going to Dubuque, but I really don't want to go down the fucking freeway. It just doesn't feel like fun today. Now I've got no video at all, so I'm starting over here in Dyersville where I stopped, because I was going to figure out where I wanted to go eat. I did not eat at McDonald's. This was just a stopping place. And I don't think I've been to Monticello on purpose in a long time, so we're going to go to Monticello. I'm going to go to Monticello and find some food, and I'm going to try to remember everything that I talked about. I really want to go on 20 to Monticello. I didn't want to get on 20. Oh, damn it. Alright, I really want to unpause my music before I'm on the freeway, but here we go. So yeah, if I sound frustrated, it's because I am. Just wasted an hour and a half of my life riding around talking for now. I mean, it was fun. I saw some pretty stuff. And I gave up on the plan that I had to go to that real park, that state park up on the north end. Really need to adjust that mirror again. So I have to pretend like I'm starting over again. I did the chain maintenance today, finally. I cleaned it a little bit, or at least I sprayed cleaner and brushed it. Gave it about 5 minutes, and then sprayed lume on it and brushed it, and then gave it 20 minutes before I started riding. I don't know if that's all you're supposed to do. It doesn't feel like it really does much. But, that is what I did today for chain maintenance. I then took the bike out to go set up for the video that I just deleted, and went to grab a gear, and the clutch lever just bottomed out, and the bike the clutch obviously stayed engaged. That's a weird spot to turn off. Hopefully I don't miss that. So yeah, the clutch cable needed adjusting. It came unhooked at the engine end, so it was pretty easy to hook back up, and then I made an adjustment with the clutch. I think that was causing all of my shifting complaints. I was having a hard time getting up into third and sixth for some reason, and everything feels a lot better now. Yeah, and then the plan was to go to a state park. I got about 15 miles from there and started getting weary and iffy about the weather. And then it started actually raining, so I turned back. I think I would have been fine. And when I'm not beholden to coming home at the end of the day and doing this for real, I probably would just turn around and take a detour and get there. But I'm still trying to beat sunset, trying to get back to my house, so I need to be able to go all the way back, however far I get from there. So I just made the executive decision to not go to that park today. I can always go again. Maybe this weekend if I don't go with the other plans. The other plan is to figure out how to strap my carry-on and the backpack that I'm wearing to the tail of this bike, and then drive up to Minnesota and hang out with my friends for not Memorial Day, for Labor Day weekend. Long weekend. And it'd be fun to get up there, and I have very familiar roads on the way up, so the trip should be fun. And then there's a bunch of spots in Minnesota I can go explore too. So yeah, that kind of catches up with most of what I was thinking about, at least in terms of what the plan is. funny, I'm drawing a complete blank about all the shit I talked about now. I need to turn left pretty soon here, and there's a car behind me, but I'm not sure it will, like, see me. Oh, I like it. Okay, good, you don't see me. I keep hitting this turn signal thing, because I don't fucking trust it, because it's turning off all the time. Yeah, they're turned off again. There's something going on. The clutch lever like clicks when it feels like it's like the cable's snagged on something, but it doesn't get stuck. It doesn't only seem to be when I'm downshifting. It must just be the. Is that normal when you have like a recluse or a slipper clutch or whatever? You can feel that mechanism through the cable when you engage it. Yeah, I haven't been to Monticello in a very long time. No idea what's down here for food. Don't feel like going to Dubuque. Because Dubuque means Highway 20 for 50 miles on the way back because it starts to get dark and it just doesn't sound fun. I'll get to Monticello at about 6. I should be able to be out of there at like 6:45, and that'll give me plenty of sunlight to still get home safely from Monticello on a real road that isn't fucking freeway. Oh, it's really frustrating. I did turn off the always on screen feature, which I was worried might be using a lot of battery. But that would give me an indicator of the fact that the camera is on and recording. And I imagine it probably blinks or does something even more significant when the battery is low. So maybe I'll have to turn that back on, because I can't really see the reflection in the dash. I guess we'll try that. If I do the Minnesota trip, it'll be perfect, because I don't really care if the camera dies, because it's going to be a long video anyway, and then I can have a little bit more peace of mind and see what the battery life is like. That's the big thing. Screens take power. Although so does encoding video, so maybe the power in the screen is actually not that much bigger of a load. I could also just stop shooting in 4K 60. I keep saying that. 1080p30 will make plenty of fine content, especially for the shorts and stuff that I'd be doing. Oh, he hit the mouse. Poor mouse. I love 311. I should get on my guitar and play that song again. It's fun. I don't know the whole thing, but I can noodle my way through most of it. That song being Beautiful Disaster. I'm going left from Monticello? Did I punch in Monticello? I hope I did. Oh, I'm getting hangry now. Club. Ooh, maybe I can do trap shooting over here. I've been looking for a place to shoot trap again. Ooh, they got a cool rifle range and shit there. Hootie and the Blowfish. Love them. I'm gonna give it a skip today. I'm just not feeling it. I wonder if it is just the Recluse when I'm feeling the clutch. What I'm feeling in the clutch. I also wonder if I'm just doing something like wrong that caused it to get loose in the first place. Oh no, I deleted that video clip too. Because I was mad. I just deleted everything. Damn it. I had a clip of me being like, oh shit, well this sucks. And then having to limp the bike back. It was far enough from home that I could have cut the video and I would have been comfortable releasing the clip. But I deleted everything because I was a mad, angry piece of shit. This is why you don't do things based on your emotions. It's alright, I'm gonna find some good food and go grab them. Looking forward to that. Let's do it. Oh yeah, I did look up, the fuel capacity is 3.69 nice gallons. I think I put 2.8 in yesterday, so that would have left me the better part of a gallon, probably at least 40 miles of range when I was like really on the reserve. Which is good to know. At some point I should ride this around until it actually reliably ticks on to reserve and see what that means in terms of how much I put in, so I know exactly how much reserve is, because I did wander around that park for a while on reserve. Well, I guess it means a shorter video today. It was going to be over 2 hours because it was about 50 minutes to the park, and then I was going to go up to Prairie du Chien, which was another 10 minutes. Going through the park would have been at least 10 or 15 minutes. And then I would have been back from Prairie du Chien, which would have been at least an hour, so would have been in for at least a 2.5 hour, maybe 3 hour video. But not anymore. What are we at? I think it was like 20-ish minutes to Monticello, 25. Then back from there will be about a half an hour. And maybe I'll bumble around there and look for bikes or something. It shouldn't be anywhere near 2 hours today. Man, I'm absolutely drawing a blank on everything I talked about. Other than the plans for Minnesota and what the plan was for the park. It's pretty rare that I get upset enough to do something dumb like that. Not a lot of stuff upsets me. It's something a few people who I've shown this series to would know this if they watch and know me. Whenever something starts to bother me, I ask myself, is it going to matter in 5 minutes? Is it going to matter tomorrow? And is it going to matter next year? By the time you get to next year, the answer is almost always no. And even still, you should give some pause before you actually let your emotions take control. I shouldn't say anger, because we can be upset for a lot of other reasons. Upset is not just anger. And I guess that's probably where this one got to me, because it did matter in 5 minutes, and it is going to matter tomorrow. I've lost, some meaningful train of thought that I had recorded, and that's what this is for. I keep saying this. If I ever say you, it's probably I'm talking to myself, right? I'm not. I'm pretending like people might eventually watch this, but I'm doing this for me. I don't care if you watch, unless you is me. And then hi me. So yeah, I'm bummed that I lost all that train of thought and won't ever get to review it. And I'm not watching these back in the moment. These are just going straight up to YouTube. I'm not looking at them. At most, I'm going to find the little clips that I turn into shorts, or like the entrance and exit to a park or an off-road trail, and turning those into separate videos. But I'm not sitting back and reliving a couple hours of my life every day. So yeah, that sucks. And I let it get to me. And then I deleted something cool. I could have got a cool short out of that. Fucking clutch lever fucking shit in the bed. Oh, it's absolutely the... Yeah, I can feel it. Okay. So when I feel that click, it's not the cable, it's the transmission. I feel a little bit better about that then. I mean, feeling a click in your clutch when you shift probably isn't something to feel good about, but I'm pretty sure that's just the... it's either the transmission unloading, or it's probably the slipper clutch doing its job. And that means I can just be more conscious about my downshifts, which I should, and I will, now that I like spent some time actually trying to figure out what that sensation was. And that gives me a little bit more confidence in my fix that tightening the clutch cable really is the only fix. And it makes sense. It's a new bike. The cable is going to stretch a little bit. I'm not super angry about that. That was a totally reasonable problem to have, and I just got lucky it happened where I could limp it home and had tools. If that had happened on the road, I probably would have been able to figure it out. I could probably get a good enough grip with my gloves to adjust it. That's two maintenance items I guess I did today. We adjusted the clutch and cleaned the chain and lubed it. Serviced the chain, I guess is the right word to cover both of those actions. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to Walmart probably, try to find like a cargo net and maybe some bungee cords or probably a ratchet strap or two. And then tomorrow, pack up all my shit and see if I feel comfortable having it all on the back of this bike for a trip up to Minnesota. It would be fun. And on this gas tank and these cameras and battery, I'm not going to be able to make it all the way to Rochester on one battery, so I'm going to have to find somewhere to stop. Probably like Harmony. That might even be too far. I'm trying to think of what's right over the border after Decorah. Is it Harmony? Decorah's only like an hour. So it'll have to be somewhere like north of Decorah. And then again in Rochester because I'll need gas. And Rochester's only about an hour south, so that'll give me enough time to get to South St. Paul, bumble around and park up. Yep, that'll be a fun trip if it works out. I didn't realize Monticello was this far east. I thought it was more like south. Whatever, it's a town. They will have restaurants and food. I am hangry. That will help. Oh, I can't believe I deleted the fucking clip of the clutch. That's really sad. I'm really, really bummed about that. But it might be in a trash folder on the SD card. It might be recoverable. I don't have to mess with that when I get home. When you delete a file from a block device, oh god, am I gonna get that nerdy right now? This is such a nuanced topic, especially with modern hardware, because with I don't know if it's true with SD cards. I imagine probably not, but like with SSDs, and I think hard drives, that data on the platter or on the NAND is encrypted, and the physical device has a key that it generates that you can't extract, or at least probably couldn't extract without a lot of effort. So if you transplant the platters from the disk or the NAND, you can't actually read anything from it unless you get that encryption key off of the controller, which I have to imagine is possible because they do repair and data recovery and stuff. But that's like a lot of effort. And you can usually tell the device to delete that key, and that will immediately effectively delete everything on the device, because without that key, unless you can generate the exact key again, you can't decrypt the data. So that is an instant wipe. When you click delete in that way on a device like that, that data is effectively not recoverable. Again, I don't think SD implements this in any way, so with things like an SD card or in general file systems, what your computer, well, on a block device, okay, I'm not explaining how the difference between that. We'll just stick to SD cards. So an SD card contains a file system, and when a computer sends a command to do a delete, it's really just deleting the pointer. It's deleting the map to the file, to the data where that file is. It's taking it off the map. The data will still be there until something else needs that section of the SD card for its own data. So all of that is a lot of extra words to say. I might be able to recover the clutch clip. And I'll have to think about trying to do that. Ooh, hi puppy! Oh, I want to pet your dog. I was afraid of going up to girls, though. I just don't want to be the weirdo. Roll up with a camera in your face. Hi, can I pet your dog? I do have the sticker that I can put on the helmet, and I feel like that might help. At least it might help me feel less awkward about it. Here you go. I might not be alone. Driving around this town. What the cops chase us around. Alright, well, we're in Monticello. I don't know anything about food or shit here. I'm gonna turn navigation off. Nothing bad. I need some food. Oh, restaurants, here we go. Yeah, it looks like I'm coming into like the city center. Godfather's at the gas station. Oh, there's not a turn lane here. Oh, no horsey in the horsey trailer. Sad day. Oh, my shoulders hurt. When I do this long term, I cannot wear the backpack. I don't even have a backpack. I'll just have bags on the bike. The backpack doesn't really provide much value. Let's go left here. Market at the Tap. That looks like it could be a food place. Chinese, quality clothing, Blind Pig. I'm gonna have to pull over and look up what these places look like. They're kind of cool. Blind Pig sounds cool. I guess I can stop at one, see if I like it. If not, patronize them with the beer and go to the next. I like pork, so I think I'm going to start with Blind Pig. I'll just whip around in here. I thought I was going to go through, but that's like gravel and shit. I don't want to go there. So yeah, let's start with Blind Pig, and if it looks terrible, I'll go to market on the tap on the market, something tap. Zenith. That place probably has not been open since the 90s. Sport bike boy. Blind pig. There's even a spot right here. And I'm not blocking traffic, so I'm just going to take it. Bonk. No, that's not going to work. I have to park like actually on the curb. Not gonna work. I don't seem super happy about it, but it'll balance. Will it? It wants to roll forward. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's go see what the blind pig is like. It was a good sandwich. We got the state homies hanging out there. I need to find gas before I go back. She seemed friendly. Wants me to go left here? Okay. Sorry, I'm like distracted thinking about how I'm gonna get back and plan for my trip tomorrow. Yeah, Wild Hog or whatever the fuck that place was good. Good food, good menu. Had a pulled pork grilled cheese with onion tanglers and bacon on it on a jalapeno Texas toast. It was delicious. Fries were a little stale, like they sat out for a little while, but it wasn't busy. I don't really blame them. I don't like these like gravelly half roads. Half gravelly roads, whatever. I need gas. I don't actually need gas. I'm only going 30 miles, but I want gas. I guess I can just go home and get gas in town. That seems to be my happy spot for ending this shit anyway. Also, yeah, I realized while I was eating dinner, I didn't talk about the future plans. I did get the device to measure how much energy the CPAP uses. I think it'll be fine. I was doing some research beyond that, but I'll know for sure soon. I think the 300 size Jackery would be fine just for the CPAP. And it's 11 pounds, so it would be easy to haul on the bike. But the thought is I have to... See, I already talked about all this, so it feels like I'm just repeating myself. But I deleted all the footage, so it's like I didn't. But the 1,000 size Jackery, it's like a kilowatt as opposed to 300 watt hours, isn't that much more expensive and gives over double... Oh, big puppies. Gives over double the capacity. And knowing that, as well as if I'm going to have to do like Starlink, which I'm pretty much going to have to do, it's not really an option. I can afford it reluctantly, but pretty much going to have to get Starlink. And the 1,000 size Jackery looks like it should easily be able to do the CPAP and Starlink overnight. So I can like do the edit, charge up all my shit, go to bed. And then in the morning I can set out the solar panels or hook it up to the bike and charge it off the bike. So I think that's what I'm going to end up going for. It's 30 pounds, so it's not light, but it should be haulable on the bike, and it just means that I'll have so much more energy than I'll need, which is a good safety margin. That's the sort of thing where I could probably sleep on it for 2 or 3 days. that a water park on, or a playground on water? That is sick. Hold on, what the fuck is that? Oh, emergency braking. The fuck is this? That looks fucking sick. How have I never seen something like this before? I understand why there's not a bunch of people playing around on it today. Jellystone Park in Monticello. That's fucking neat. Oh, it's like a lot of fun. Well, that's a lot of golf carts. Are there like trails and shit back there they can ride on? What was this called again? Jellystone Park. I'm gonna look that up. That looks neat. Yeah, so I checked my mirrors before I braked from 60 on the fucking highway. I'm not fucking stupid. Oh, I do got trails and shit back there. Oh, I'm gonna have to come back. I was like, that could be fun. Ooh, this is Makokado. I think I've heard people float down all the way down here from Manchester. That would be crazy. It'd be a long day. Oh no, what did I do? There we go. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take this up to, and then this goes up to, not Dyersville, it goes to Delaware. And then it's telling me to go on Old 20, but I'm probably gonna take the freeway back. I threw on my sweatshirt, so it's not as chilly anymore. My thingies are a little bit cold, but yeah, that'll put me back a little bit closer to 7:30 probably, which is good because I'm losing sun. Oh, I didn't re-zip my cuffs. That was a mistake. Yeah, I think over the bigger Jackery makes sense. I should be able to strap that to a rack in some nice way behind some bag, or I guess in front of some bag. £30 is kind of a lot, especially on a smaller bike like this, but it just means I'll never have to worry about power. And then, yeah, I'll have to find some way. I really would like to get some sort of like switch I can put on the bars or something, so that I can have it off until I want to charge something, like when I'm actually got the bike under load like this, because I don't want to I don't want to be pulling a huge load from the alternator at idle. I'd rather it be something I can like get up to speed on the highway, flip on the alternator or flip on the switch, and then start charging the Jackery if I needed to. Also to figure out how big the solar panels fold up to, and how I'd get them on. It seemed like they make a nice 100-watt solar panel that I guess at 100 watts that would be 10 hours to charge a kilowatt. Huh. But I'll never be using the full charge every day anyway, so I should be able to like set that shit up, let it charge over the afternoon until I ride, or get to camp early and set it up and let it charge while I hang out. And then I charge on the bike if I have to. The things I don't know are still, that I'm becoming more concerned about, that I'll have to start doing some research, is like clothes and bathing myself and food. This is not a survival trip. I'm absolutely going to like find somewhere to camp and then probably go to a local grocery store and just get a day's worth of groceries, probably frequently, unless I decide to stay somewhere for a few days. I'm certainly not going to be keeping like protein on me because I have no way to keep it cold. So yeah, figuring out how to get showers, clean my clothes, how much clothes to bring. I'm going to figure all that out. And still camping gear, I'm going to have to figure that out as well. But I need to find a quality tent, something that I can, some sort of bedding thing and sleeping bag. And cooking supplies and utensils. But I need like a nice pot that I can use. Some sort of camp stove or something, or I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I'm gonna figure that out. There's gonna be a crossover between what I can carry on the bike and just stopping along the way to get food. I suppose I can always get one of those little butane propane things that just heats up like a mug of water, and I can just cook with water, do a bunch of stews and pastas and rice. Am I just hitting huge ass bugs, or is it starting to rain? I think it's just bugs. Well, that was a really good sandwich. And I got to see Monticello, which was cool. Town I haven't been to in a long time. I'm still mad that the camera, I can't, looking back at the footage, I did touch, it looks like I touched the camera, but I don't think I got anywhere near the shutter button. And I don't remember having any intent in turning it off. But what might have happened was I pulled up, because I was starting to get concerned about the weather, so I was going to check the weather. I pulled up and parked. And I think I thought I shut the camera off, so I hit the button to start it. That's gotta be what happened, because the battery wasn't anywhere near low, it wasn't out of storage. That's really annoying. I'll have to check tomorrow I'll try, or the next day, tomorrow if I end up going up to Minnesota. Try with that screen on thing so I can at least see in the reflection if it's doing something. God, is that just bugs? Am I just hitting a lot of bugs? It must be. A couple on the visor. That might turn into a pretty sunset today. I think I'll get to town too quick for it to matter. The red, will it filters through? Lay down, the thread is real when his side. Hopkinton. I don't think I've ever actually been through here. Delaware Crossing Scenic Byway. That looks like it could be neat. That is the direction that I need to go. Mini Mart. So many closed businesses. Like all over this area. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, he waved back. Just friendly people, man. People are nice if you open up, be vulnerable. Usually. It's also a way people take advantage of you and how you get hurt. But most of the time people were nice. Many cows. No, what a baby cows. Oh, it's already this close to Delhi. Okay, I see. I'm a little bummed I didn't try to power through the rain, but it didn't feel like the right call. Like I said, when I'm out doing this for real, I can just stop and wait or drive around it, but with how things are right now, I still need to actually get home. And that was an optimistic time for me to leave town and try to get back, so the thought of having to even wait 20 minutes for rain was just already pushing me over the limit. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to my favorite snack store, get some gas, get some snacks, stop by Walmart on the way back. Look at how I think I'm gonna strap this shit to this bike so I can run back to Minnesota maybe tomorrow for the weekend. That would be cool. Exactly, I'll go in Minnesota, but I got a couple places I know I'd check out. I can go by my couple of businesses, places that I worked, bring some visual context to the stories. Ooh, some Sugar Ray. What is that? A lot of milk jugs. I know it's not mine, but I see if I could use it for the weekend or a one-night stand. Couldn't understand how to work it out. Once again, as predicted, of my broken heart open and you ripped it out. Something got me reeling, stop me from believing. Oh, it will be a pretty sunset if it gets down past those clouds before they clear. Yeah, it would be really cool to take this thing out of state, get up to Minnesota, see all my friends, ride in some familiar places that are not here. It's gonna get a lot colder. There won't be a whole lot more reason to try to ride around up there anyway later into the year. Yeah, I am hitting some big bugs. That one just hit me on the shoulder. Ooh, beekeeping. Now, I wonder if that's ever happened, because they kind of look like tote boxes that might just have anything in them. I wonder if people ever thought, like, ooh, people got a bunch of their stuff in a field, I'm gonna go steal it, and grabbed a bunch of bees. That would be funny. I think they call that karma. Have you ever been close to tragedy or been close to folks who have? Have you ever sent the pain so powerful, so heavy you collapse? I never had to knock on wood, but I know someone who has. It makes you wonder if I could. It makes you wonder if I ever had to knock on wood. But I'm glad I haven't yet, because I'm sure it isn't good. That's the impression that I get. Oh, they waited for me. Thank you. The strength most don't possess. Does it ever come down to be? There's why I lost my kickstand spring. That was fun. I never had to knock on wood, but I'm sure anyone who has. Make me wonder if I could. Make me wonder if I ever had to knock on wood. Isn't good. It's the impression that I get. So yeah, we'll get up here, and I'm just going to take the highway because I want to get back. I'm still kind of grumpy about losing all that footage. I'm glad I remembered some of the stuff I talked about though, like the Jack Reed. Oh, the puppy! Oh, I want to pet you so bad. That one didn't have a scary girl with it. I should have stopped. Oh well. Makes you wonder if I never had to pop that I'm not going. Because I'm sure it isn't good, and I'm glad I haven't yet. It's the impression that I get. That was a fun, so when I did get to see Real Big Fish live, they did a bit where they were like, oh yeah, we have one big hit song from the 90s, and they're talking about the song Sell Out. but they played Smells Like Teen Spirit. They played that song that I was just singing by Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. They played a couple fun other 90s songs, and they made a whole bit out of it. There's a bug climbing around inside my visor, so before I get on the freeway, I'm going to stop and get rid of this guy. In fact, I'm going to sit right here because it's really annoying me. Get out of here, buddy. Where you at? Did I get him? I can't tell. Feels like I got him. Oh yeah, here. I keep thinking about... Oh, did I get him? Oh, yeah, I got him. I keep thinking about this mirror, so... That looks better. Alright. Let's get on the freeway. Well, it says fuel reserve. That's smart. I want to go west. And I'm not going to rip on it because I'm low on gas. Reserve kicked in like 10-ish miles ago, so realistically I should have more than 40. I only need to go 8. Alright, we're gonna get past this semi though. Maybe. If he's gonna let me. Oh, come on, man. Just move over. Dude, you're not even doing the speed limit. You would have absolutely let me by, dude. Fuel reserve, fuel reserve. I should be fine. Made that mirror worse. To be fair, I'm going like another mile and a half longer than I planned, because I'm going to skip this exit. But that exit is at the gas station, so... I'm not nervous, you're nervous. I do want to end this navigation. There we go. Damn it, now I want to close that screen too. You know what, I know where I'm going. Turn the whole fucking screen off. There we go. I wish I could turn off that screen. I can clear the warning. It still thinks I have a range? That's nice. It still thinks I have 80 miles. I definitely don't have 80 miles. Not at this speed. Yeah, not a pretty sunset today. Not a bad one, it's not pretty. Do I tempt fate and get stuck in town without gas? Or do I try to get there faster? I'm not in a hurry, I'll go through town. At least that way, if I do get stuck, I won't be stranded on Highway 20. Honestly, if I get over the hill on the way to Casey's there, I can probably coast. If I don't have any traffic, I might even try that just for the sake of seeing if it's possible. Oh, puppy! I want to pet the puppy. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof will leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, trying nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blend, watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. SoCal is not where my mind states. I burn like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and no so for real. I see how time has gotten stale. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I wanna tear it off the wall. Hear words in clips and phrases, I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on, but the lack thereof will leave me empty inside. I was on my back, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. I wanna put my tender heart in her, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Not as ugly, sad as you. Or am I origami? Fold it up and just pretend. I was gonna adjust my visor, but then the light changed. Nothing, wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Wait, that's not a puppy, that's just kids. I want to pet the puppies. I should have stopped for that one on the highway. I bet he was really friendly. Time into the bedpost. Wouldn't swallow my pride. I would choke on the ride. Tonight the world will leave me empty inside. Smell of my doubt. Don't find nothing but faith in nothing. Want to put my tender heart in a blender. Watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through. I'm through with you. Through with you. Ooh, that's a fun one. It's another one I'd like to do a cover of someday. I had visions, I was in them, I was looking into the mirror to see a little bit clearer the rottenness and evil in me. Fingertips of memories, I can't forget the curves of your body. And when I feel a bit naughty, I run it up the flagpole and see. I'm still vexed, but no one ever does. I'm not sick, but I am not well. Yeah. Around the world and found that only stupid people agree. So yeah, get some gas, get some snacks, call this a day. Kind of a waste. Really wanted to get to that park, but I think I made the right call. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be strapping up and heading to Minnesota, I guess. Don't use card reader. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it here.